Senator Pavlik.
Yes, thank you very much. This is Senate Bill 723. It's on energy efficiency, working with the military bases and facilities. For those of you who knew, we've had a great relationship with the military in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. They see this as an important national security issue. The Navy bases in the Ventura County area, which was part of my district, are doing amazing things with lower carbon aviation fuels and energy efficiency in buildings and biodiesel and really doing a remarkable job. So this is furthering that relationship. So I'd like to start out with accepting the suggested committee amendment. I know this has been discussed thoroughly with my staff and myself. The amendment would require the PUC to authorize an energy efficiency pilot program on military bases and facilities. That is the purpose of the bill. We want to make sure that this bill is consistent with the overarching climate goals, same theme I had with Senator Hertzberg, and ask for your aye vote. And with me today are some representatives from the military. This bill is supported by all branches of the military, as well as Natural Resources Defense Council and the Sierra Club. Doesn't get better than that.
Excellent.
Good morning, Chairman Hueso, members. Randall Friedman on behalf of Navy, Marine Corps, Army, and Air Force installations in California. We are in support of SB 723 as it will help further our longstanding partnership with California on our mutual goals of energy conservation and cutting-edge energy research. Military bases are similar to small cities in terms of size, variety, and mix of land uses and energy use. Due to our command structure, our facilities are able to achieve a greater control over our energy reporting and use. Coupled with extensive submetering of our buildings, military bases are the perfect testing ground for pilot energy programs. SB 723 also recognizes that the military as a ratepayer is already a significant participant in these programs. For example, Naval Base San Diego in the Chairman's District contributed $3.4 million in fiscal year 2014 alone towards the efficiency and EPIC programs. We thank the work of committee staff and ask for your support.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. My name is Ned McKinley, State Director for Government Affairs for Marine Corps Installations West in support of SB 723. Now, in recent years, the Marine Corps has become increasingly capable, but that capability has come with a dependence that has skyrocketed in energy. And the Marine Corps today is much more dependent on petroleum and on electricity than we were 14 years ago. So to address this vulnerability, we're implementing a comprehensive strategy to diversify our energy supplies and become less reliant on fossil fuels. Now in California, what that strategy looks like is a focus on energy security. So the most exciting part of that, we're putting in microgrids at our bases, coupled with renewable generation, on-site storage, and other measures. A key part of that underpinning everything we do is energy efficiency, just making better use of the energy that we are already purchasing or generating. So in this sense, our strategy clearly matches up very well with what the state is trying to do in energy. SB 723 would build on a collaboration with the states. It recognizes these mutual energy goals, and it should help us accomplish our goals for energy security, the state for cost-effective energy reductions, and both the military's goals and the state's goals for carbon emission reductions. Thank you.
Mr. Chair and members, Valerie Vlahos, PG&E. We have a supportive amended position. We'll continue, of course, working with the author to get to a full support. And we just want to note that many buildings on military bases are predate our existing building codes. And so this bill is a step in the direction of upgrading those buildings to code or beyond with the changes to be able to provide the utility incentive from those existing conditions or from metered savings or from a baseline of existing conditions, or however you want to say it. So we think that this bill is that step in towards the governor's goal of doubling the efficiency of our existing buildings. And you'll hear from PG&E multiple times, I would imagine, on expanding this idea for all existing buildings. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. Rod Brewer with Southern California Edison. We hold a supportive amended position on the bill. What we're looking at is on page 4. There was some language in there that was a little questionable. that says shall enable the achievement of additional energy goals. We just thought that it was kind of nebulous. We weren't sure what that meant in the bigger picture of things. We are doing a lot of projects with the U.S. military, and with the language being offered today, we are going to take a look at that to see if we can move ourselves to a full support. But we definitely thank Senator Pavley and her staff and the military for working with us on that, and looking forward to working with them as the bill moves forward.
Good morning, Tamara Raspberry, representing the Sempra Energy Utilities, San Diego Gas and Electric, and Southern California Gas Company. Echoing the concerns of my sister utilities, we also support the bill. We have a very robust program of energy efficiency for the military installations in our territory. It's noted in the analysis. We have a very good relationship with our military installations in our service territories, both for SoCalGas and SCG&E. And so we will continue to work with the author, and thank you.
Olivia Regalia with Sierra Club California in support.
Marion Borgeson with NRDC, registering our support. This bill will save money both for military bases and for all bill payers, so thank you very much.
Matt Klopfenstein with the Center for Sustainable Energy, very strongly in support.
Do we have anybody in opposition to the bill? Do you want to come up and sit at the table?
Chair members, Rebecca Lee on behalf of the Office of Ratepayer Advocates. First, we are supportive of energy efficiency measures, inclusive of military applications. And we initially had submitted an opposed unless amended position, but upon review of the committee's suggested amendments, we do believe that the amendments would address our concerns. And we actually have been having very good conversation with the author's office on clarifying. And the only issue we were concerned with really was just a narrow issue about a provision that could complicate things and could have some unintended consequence. And then, so I think this is, with the committee amendments, we'll be removing our opposition. Thank you.
Anyone else? Anybody in the committee have any comments or questions?
Be happy to move the bill.
We have a motion. Do you have any closing comments?
Just ask for your aye vote, and I think developing broader partnerships with the military is complementary for us to reach all our climate and energy needs. Ask for your aye vote.
And the motion is do approve with amendments. Clerk, please call the roll.
Do pass as amended to appropriations. Wesso?
Aye.
Wesso, aye. Fuller? Aye. Fuller, aye. Cannella? Aye. Cannella, aye. Hertzberg? Hill? Lara? Leyva? Aye. Leyva, aye. McGuire? Aye. McGuire, aye. Morrell? Aye. Morrell, aye. Pavley?
Aye.
Pavley, aye. Wolk? 7-0. Leave it on call.
7-0, and we'll leave the roll open for absent members. Senator Morrell, did you want to? We still don't have Hill? Or Wolk? They better call him.
Okay, good morning, fellow members. Mr. Chair and committee members, I'd like to thank the committee staff for their suggested amendments and accepted them as recommended. SB 728 requires the California Public Utilities Commission to evaluate the economic impacts on low and middle income individuals and families before increasing the renewable energy procurement requirements. At 33%, California has one of the highest standards in the nation. A 2013 study by the Pacific Research Institute found that power rates will increase by approximately 13% by 2020 due to this mandate. Recent numbers from the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics also show that Los Angeles area households already pay $56 percent more for their electricity than the rest of the country. California also has the highest poverty rate in the country at 23% and an unemployment rate of approximately 6.5%, which lags well behind the national economic recovery. All SB 728 will do is require the PUC to consider the economic toll on California families before adopting higher renewable energy standards and to allow the public to give feedback. SB 728 would require the Commission to hold workshops throughout the state to allow for public comment. This bill is about transparency and fiscal responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have anyone else speaking in support of the bill?
No, sir, just me today.
Anyone in opposition? Anybody from the committee? Oh, we have some opposition? Very good.
Holy smoke.
Mr. Chair and members, Erin Niemela representing the Large Scale Solar Association. We believe this bill is actually unnecessary. Padilla Bill 2 years ago, actually several years ago in 2011, already required a cost study of the renewable portfolio standard. Second, the 33% renewable portfolio standard included stringent cost limitations, including a cost off-ramp. And then the third piece is this disproportionately places an onus on renewable energy with regard to explaining costs vis-a-vis conventional power, which we procure by default without any regard for costs. So for all of those reasons, we must unfortunately oppose the bill.
Good morning. Eddie Moreno on behalf of Sierra Club California. For the reasons just stated, we also oppose the bill. Thank you.
Anyone else? Anybody on the committee wish to make any comments, or you want to close?
Yeah, you know, just to address a couple of those things, it's interesting that somebody would oppose this, because what we're trying to do is give full disclosure to the public. We're telling the public they should have workshops, public workshops, 60 days prior to the commissioner's consideration for a rule increase. And so again, it's just giving people a good faith estimate, full disclosure, and we're trying to protect over the middle and the lower class ratepayers. And so again, it's all about full disclosure and letting the public know what's happening to their money and their rates. So with that, I think it's an appropriate bill. It's good for the public, and I would respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Do we have a motion from the committee? We have a motion. Clerk, please call the roll.
Due passes amended to appropriations. Wesso?
Aye.
Wesso, aye. Fuller?
Aye.
Fuller, aye. Canella?
Aye.
Canella, aye. Hertzberg? Hill? Laura? Leyva? Leyva, aye. McGuire? Morel?
Aye.
Morel, aye. Pavley? Wolk? Wolk, aye.
Very well.
Thank you.
Leave it on call.
We have 6-0. Well, that bill will remain on call. We'll leave it open for the absent members. Senator Wolk? Which bill would you like to begin with?
Oh, let's do 793.
Okay.
Okay, first I will accept the committee amendments as noted on page 4 of the analysis, requiring that a program participant receive a reasonably estimated bill credit and charge instead of a predictable bill credit and charge as in the current language, as an author's amend. This is a follow-up to SB 43, which is currently actually has gone through the proceedings with the PUC. 793 requires that the PUC will allow customers in a utilities green tariff and shared renewable program to enter into long-term program subscriptions and receive a reasonably estimated bill credit and bill charge for a period of up to 20 years. SB 43, authored in 2013, directed the PUC to approve these programs, ensuring that the customers of the IOUs would have the ability to subscribe up to 600 megawatts of off-site renewable energy projects and receive credits in return. The PUC did issue a decision implementing parts, but not all, of the bill in January 2015. Unfortunately, the PUC rules currently prevent customers from subscribing to their utilities program for a term of more than 1 year, a limitation that was not required nor contemplated in SB 43. And that's what we want to do with this bill. We want to make clear that that kind of flexibility is really essential to make sure that these programs are workable. So I would ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Aye.
Hi there. Thank you, Chairman and committee members. My name is Susanna Churchill. I'm West Coast Regional Director with Vote Solar, a nonprofit solar advocacy organization. And we ask your vote in favor of SB 793. We were honored to work with Senator Wolk on SB 43 and have participated extensively at the PUC on the implementation of SB 43. SB 793 addresses a problem, as Senator Wolk said, with the current program as the PUC has developed it. And because participants can't participate for more than 1 year, and they also have very little price certainty with the bill credits and charges that will be assigned to them in the program, it basically creates very little price certainty for customers who want to participate, particularly on the enhanced community renewables side of the program, which is where customers can sign up to subscribe to a specific renewable energy project. So SB 793 would fix this problem by allowing customers to subscribe for a longer time period and requiring the PUC to provide greater predictability on what the bill credits and charges will look like if participants do sign up over the long term. I think that's going to be essential for creating a program that works and actually provides that certainty for customers who want to sign up over the long term, which is going to be very necessary, especially on the ECR side. So very much in support, and we urge your aye vote.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. Brian White on behalf of Recurrent Energy, one of California's largest utility-scale solar providers. Recurrent was one of the original supporters and sponsors of SB 43. It's a very innovative program to allow for participants who can't afford or at least have access to solar in their communities to do that, and to do that in an affordable way that addresses the concerns that were raised about cost shift and other issues. But the PUC is currently working through the process, and there's some things that they haven't done that implements the bill as it should be, and so this bill would try to address that. We ask for your aye vote.
Mr. Chair and members, Erin Niemela representing Large Scale Solar, and also on behalf of the Solar Energy Industries Association, we support the bill, and we'd like to continue to work with the author on the service area going forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone opposed to the bill? Or do we have support? I'm sorry. We still have support. Very good. Anybody else supporting the bill, if you want to come forward?
Olivia Regali on behalf of Sierra Club California in support.
Matt Klopfenstein with the California Solar Energy Industry Association, also in support.
Okay. In opposition?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. Matt Friedman on behalf of TURN. We had an opposed letter in on this bill. However, we appreciate the amendments that the committee has recommended. We do like the part of the bill that certainly would eliminate the required sunset of the Green Tariff Shared Renewables Program in 2019. And we appreciate the intent of the author to try to provide some measure of understanding for customers signing up under a long-term arrangement, what they might expect. The challenge here is that this program requires that non-participants are indifferent and that there is no cost shifting that goes on. And the original version of the bill, prior to the committee recommendations, would have required the commission to lock in a projection of generation rates that customers would be charged over 20 years. And we know for a fact that whatever the commission would have estimated would be wrong. It could be extremely wrong, and it could be wrong in either direction, meaning they could estimate the credit too high or too low. And I don't think that's anybody's intent here. So this proposal to provide an estimated bill credit and bill charge is something that we would like to discuss with the author's office as the bill moves forward. I think we have some concerns about what kind of binding impact that might have. To the extent it ends up being wrong, are customers going to be petitioning for changes to their program rates? We just want to work through this, and I believe that we can work this out as the bill moves forward. So we're evolving our position on this bill as it evolves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair members, Rebecca Lee on behalf of the Office of Ratepayer Advocates. We did submit an oppose unless amended position letter. However, upon review of the committee suggested amendments, we would be removing our opposition because we do not take issues with enrolling customers up to 20 years, but we do believe that the bill credit could, for reason already stated by Matt earlier, that could be subject to change. And we do believe that as the bill moves forward, that it is important to make sure that the participating customers are aware that the bill credit could be subject to change within reasonable bounds, subject to pre-specified reasons. So therefore, we're happy to continue working with the author's office as this bill moves forward. Thank you.
Rod Brewer with Southern California Edison. We do hold an opposed position on the bill currently. Frankly, it's like we've worked with the Senator on the community renewables bills in the past, and with the green GTSR programs, we call it the Green Tariff Shared Renewables Program, and seeing how the proceedings are going at the PUC. These are issues that we are working through in the workshops. The workshops are just now starting for phase 4. But with this amendment that's being offered, obviously we will be opening up a longer, more extended dialogue with the author and with her staff on the issue. But right now, we are at a current oppose.
Heidi Barsuli on behalf of San Diego Gas and Electric. We did express concerns to the author, and we're very appreciative that they have been working with us on addressing those concerns. With the committee's recommended amendments, we would likely be neutral on the bill and would like to continue to work on the language as Tern suggested, as well as ORA.
Davina Flemings on behalf of Pacific Gas and Electric Company. We too have concerns with the bill. We appreciate the author removing the provision that deletes the sunset. However, we would need to take a closer look at the recommended committee amendment before we can go neutral on the bill. PG&E supports a clean energy future that provides our customers with a choice to meet their electricity needs, and we thank the author and her staff for working with us and responding to our concerns. Thank you.
Anybody on the committee like to make any comments? Senator, would you like to close?
Yes, I would ask for your aye vote.
We have a motion on the bill, and that's do pass with amendments to appropriations. Clerk, please call the roll.
Do pass is amended to appropriations. Wesso?
Aye.
Wesso, aye. Fuller? No. Fuller, no. Canella? Hertzberg? Hill? Lara? Leyva? Aye. Leyva, aye. McGuire? Morel? Pavley? Pavley, aye. Wolk?
Aye.
Wolk, aye.
We'll hold the roll open for absent members.